Alrighty then. Hello everybody. It is mighty late at night, so maybe for an hour, hour and a half, a little bit of a stream. I kind of want to make a little bit of progress on these now. I'm actually going to begin this by doing a quick little test of audio. So let me see if I can get our page to show that we're live. I'm going to listen. Inception. And what I'm listening to is for the volume of audio and volume of the voice. So I'm going to shut up for a moment. I need to turn this up. Okay, so what I want is for the music to be loud, but not too loud. Okay, and the ducking. Like, I want it to duck the voice, but not too much. So that when I'm talking, the music does get quieter, but you can still hear the music. And this seems okay. I'm gonna put a limiter on the music channel though. Some of my music is pretty loud. Okay, well, that's about it. We're gonna see how that fares. Okay, here we go. I will go ahead and plug it in so I can listen to the music directly. Thank you very much. Okay, so got a few goodies here I need to move around. Alright, painting time. What are we going to paint today? Kinda want to do the Fire Warriors, or the Pathfinders. Nice. Okay. Now, something that I'm planning to do for these units is give them special colors for the antennas, so that I can differentiate between the different units that I have to work with. So the color of the antenna will tell me which squad the unit is in, so that I can assemble them into appropriate containers and boxes, so I keep everything more or less organized. Alright, that's the plan at least. Now I've also glued in the marker light weapon to pretty much every unit that can have one. So as you can see, pretty much all of these guys, just 4 of these guys can have one. None of these other ones can, unfortunately, carry a marker light. So they don't get one. Okay. Now I'm supposed to distribute these into units of 5. And I think the way it goes is we get plasma, rail, plasma, and then the other one gets rail, plasma, rail. Okay. So I'm gonna set up these drones away. Just by a little bit. I gotta finish that drone for the piranha as well. And that drone as well. It's not quite completely painted yet. Okay. No, this little base is kind of protruding a little bit too much. I mean, it's technically fine. It still does the job just fine. Just it's a little protruding just by a bit. So, both of the squads will have these leaders. Oh no, his arm is falling off. That's not fun. Yeah, his arm is falling off. How can I fix this? The only way for me to fix it is to make sure that the arm here doesn't get so close to this side. Which I'm risking breaking the hand. And I don't want to cut off the arm there. Let's see. No, not that one. Do I have another arm that I can use on this guy? Technically, it's another half arm. There's this one here, but technically he already has an arm as a part of the weapon. So I indeed do need a half arm. I don't know if I have a half arm. I don't think I do. Nope. Okay. What are we gonna do with you? The only thing I can do is really try to reposition the other arm a little bit better. That's all that I can do. Oh yes, I've been trying to take a few moments out of my day to write some live stream music. So, and I did scout my hard drives for some additional tracks I totally forgot about. So they are a part of the music library now, and I've gotten to about an hour and 16 minutes in terms of music content, so the longer we go, the more variety we're going to get. And we're going to get to the point where I have enough music to have different tracks in every live stream. They're still going to repeat, of course. I'm not going to be using Spotify or nothing like that for copyrighted music. Ooh, that's a pretty loud soundtrack. I need to see about maybe toning that down just a teeny tiny bit. Actually, for reference, let me take a listen to that in my headphones. This is one of the louder ones. Okay, I'm going to do a test, talk over the music. Okay. It's also getting compressed pretty heavily. Okay. Here we go. Let me get some loud music now. Here we go. Hopefully this should keep the music more or less at a level. Okay, anywho. So I'm gonna have to rip off his arm. Whoever the guy is. Wherever the guy is. This guy. Ooh, okay. That came off easily. Enough. His antenna may have taken a bit of a toll. I'm gonna re-glue that. Okay, so first of all, the small arm... Well, actually, I need to coordinate these things together. Whoops, okay. Okay, so something like this. His head's gonna have to be repositioned as well. Oh yeah, I think we can work with this. It's pretty straight. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna wait for this arm to finish drying. I'd actually have to just reposition it teeny tiny bit. Okay, we're gonna wait for that to finish healing. Now. So, we have 2 squads. I'm gonna see about getting more drones. More Pathfinder drones. But we have 2 squads here. So, squad leader 1, that's squad leader 2. One of the units is going to get 2 rail rifles and 1 ion cannon. I think that's what it's called. Now, let's consult the codex. Pathfinder Team 107. Okay. Up to 3 Pathfinders may replace their marker lights and pulse carabine. Marker light and pulse carabine with an ion rifle or rail rifle. That's ion rifle. That would be this guy, ion rifle. Okay, so one of the squads has 2 ions, 1 ion, 2 rails, and the other one has 2 rails, 1 ion. I think. Oh, yeah, of course. The squad leader has the ion in this case. Okay, so this would be positioned kind of like that. Okay, I think we can work with this. Nice, okay. Not bad. Whoops, that camera is not on. very quite clearly. Let's see if we can get it on. There we go. Okay, that'll do, I think. Not bad. Not bad. Alright. So, as I was saying, 1 ion, 2 rail rifles. Just like that. And then we have, of course, 2 Pathfinders with these guys, with the fusion, not fusion blasters. These guys would be the pulse carabines. Okay. And then we have 1 squad leader. And then the second squad gets 2 rail rifles, or 2 ion rifles, and 1 rail rifle. And then the other guys are basically basic carabine guys with marker lights. Important. They get marker lights. Okay. So, I got my pack of marker lights right here, just in case I need to mount them anywhere. But for now, it's just painting time. Now, I'm gonna paint these white guys. The ones that are already pre-primed. I'm gonna paint these. And, oh yes, and of course I need to put the antenna onto this guy here. I gotta find more antennas for these guys. I think I have some. Mm-hmm. Nice. There we go. And now due to the positions, I don't think these guys can all have these antennas sticking up right, can they? I think we can get away with it. I think it's totally duplicable. Mm-hmm. Nice. Just because having them on the left... Whoops, okay, that's not good. Having them on the left-hand side makes it for a more interesting pose. Mainly because we already have this giant rifle on this side, so there's plenty to look at. Not a whole lot over here. We have some, grenades, but that's about it. Okay, now I gotta be careful with this one, because, yeah, it's already broken in half. Super duper finicky. Okay. And, of course, that falls onto my crotch and probably onto the floor, where it is going to now get glued. Jesus. Gotta be kidding me. Where is it? It's probably glued to my pants or something. Oh my goodness. Oh, I see. Always happens. It's always on the floor, and it's never in the place where you think it is. Mm-hmm. All right. Here we go. It's kind of up. That'll have to do. Okay, this one's luckily already on the right side. This guy, this time around I'm going to use my knife to separate these. Mm-hmm. I gotta make like a miniature Lazy Susan in here. Cool. Cool beans. Okay, this one does not even have an antenna, and all of these guys have them on the wrong side. I'm fairly certain all of the Pathfinders come with an antenna. We have marker lights over here. No, that's a marker light. There's an antenna. Where did that just fly off? Thank you very much. Excuse me. I heard it in here somewhere. Or over there. Well, that's gone. Okay. Any more? Not on this one. And I have a... Oh, no, we do have some more antennas right there. But those are for, like, fire warriors. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, just 2 for now. I am actually pretty sure that the Pathfinders have a different design antenna, but I don't really have any more antennas unless I find this one that just flew off. did the antenna go? Okay, well, just gonna have to use these ones. Even though I'm pretty sure these are Fire Warrior antennas. They'll have to do. Ah, this guy can't have an antenna on the other side because he has a hair design. He's got a hairdo, man. That's a bummer. Okay. Okay, I gotta be careful with this one because I think it's snapping in half. That's not fun. Okay. Nice. Okay, now that I have them all set up, I'll handle the drones for these guys afterwards. Alright, let's pick a guy and start painting, shall we? Now the color scheme. What's the color scheme for Pathfinder's going to be? I kind of started going with this red scheme right here. But I made a mistake of again going with black for the pants. That's not good. That sucks. Looks like ass. So, I like the crimson color. Also, my detail brushes are coming in tomorrow. That's exciting. And on Thursday, a pack of relatively affordable silicone molding solution, which I'm going to use to attempt making a silicone mold of the other half of Pathfinder. So I already have a silicone mold of this. It's actually being cured over there under some ceramic tiles for weight. So this one worked out just fine, but the second half that I tried making a mold out of, making a mold using cheap like construction silicone just to see if I could cut costs, totally was a flop. It was an absolute disaster, both times. So it took me twice to learn that lesson. So I ended up just ordering some molding silicone, and you know, once that comes in on Thursday, I'm going to see about making the cast of the other half. A few things I've actually learned over the course of experimenting with these things. First of all, after you create your cast, never leave it out in the open air. It will dry out. So I already had a little bit of shrinkage on the first half. So technically the parts that are going to come out of that one are going to be a little bit smaller. Just a tiny bit, but they are going to be smaller. But you know, I have to learn that, I guess, the hard way. So that's the silicone. Yeah, don't leave the silicone mold out in the open air. It will dry out. The second lesson is, when you're cutting a silicone mold, try to cut out a pocket so that you have a solid border, and then the other half is basically just lifting off of it, so that when you pour your silicone, if it's a perfect sandwich, 2 silicone halves is a perfect sandwich, then you're going to find that the resin is just going to float out of all the crevices. But if you make it like a basin, right? This is the top half, this is the bottom half, and it lifts up like a lid. That the silicone will be contained within the first part, like a pool. That's something that I am going to be doing with the other piece. Oh yeah, and use mold release. I did not use mold release on this one, so chances are I have ruined the mold and I have not gotten a usable part. But we're gonna see. What else did I learn? I learned to prepare more resin than you actually need, just in case. And if you really want, after you have some leftovers, you can prepare a mini mold to pour into the leftovers into, if you don't want to be wasting it. Okay. Don't rush the paint job. Ooh, Mr. Third Boy. Yes. This is the VR Chat RTX on category. I'm running 3 Titans, all in SLI. This game is super detailed. There we go. Oh, I got off a little bit. That's not good. Oh yes, on a side note, if this livestream does get offline, the stream is also available in real time on YouTube, and it's going to be available afterwards on retroactivegamers.com right here. There we go. Ooh, this is a real finicky part. Ooh, Jesus. How am I supposed to get in there? Such a tight squeeze. Okay, now this backpack. I'm not sure if it should be red. I might want to have that in orange. Not bad. Hey, Jank, how's it going? Here we go. Not too bad. The red on white looks a hell of a lot better than when you're trying to paint red on black. Not too bad. Okay. Now, for the leggings, I'm pretty sure that all of these things would be considered as leg armor. Come on. Easy does it. There's a tiny little strand of... there we go. Tiny little strand of hair making it look like he's walking over a tripwire. Tower aren't that incompetent. Here we go. To be honest, I have never seen Tau. Oh, man. A lot of drones. Check this out. Here are some of the latest designs that I've painted over. I'm going for this like sand dune, cel-shaded Borderlands style thing. Style of painting. A lot of cartoon stuff. A lot of scratches. Basically trying to kind of stick to the lore of the army, of my army. Yeah. Had a lot of fun with this one. The drone has yet to be painted entirely, so that is something I'm looking forward to. This gun I have designed myself to run as a proxy for a tiny fusion blaster that's supposed to be like down here instead of this burst cannon. Yeah. So that is the Piranha. Lots of fun with that. And this guy here, this would be my Riptide. Same idea. Same color scheme. I've only seen bugs, orcs, and space marines. I see. Now, in what context are you saying you've seen them? Are you talking about miniatures or are you talking about games? So I don't think Tau actually get any coverage in games. Games. Oh, I see. So video games. Yeah, I don't think Tau get too much coverage in games, at least not that I've seen. I did get a second army, which is right over there. A couple of boxes of Adeptus Mechanicus. This I'm super stoked to assemble and build, but I gotta get all of this stuff done first before getting to these guys. Really excited about this one. Okay, here we go. A thrust boy, preaching to the choir, man. Preaching to the choir. Either I stay in obscurity in the correct section, or I attract some attention in the wrong section. Here we go. Okay, so I was working on this one. I have 40k Space Hulk Deathwing. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting. What's your, how many points? For which one? Well, I mean, for all of them. Might as well boast and brag. I welcome it. In my case with Tau, yeah, in my case with Tau, I think I've got close to 4,000 points. We're almost have enough for an apocalypse game. We actually tried, tried running an apocalypse game, like close to an apocalypse game, just max out all of the points, and it was actually Oh, we got to maybe three movement stages, and the whole thing took about 10 hours, and we did not. I think we didn't even get to destroy half of each other's armies. So yeah. Oh, Mr. Truthboy's sad because I'm not listening to him. Aw. Baby want a nookie? Baby want a nookie? Baby's gonna report me. There we go. Oh yeah, the more tired I am, the more of a dick I am, so yeah. And it's like pretty late. There we go. Okay, this is a little bit diluted. Kinda new to Warhammer. You know what? I have to say that, more or less, I am kind of new to it too. Like, I bought Warhammer quite a while ago. I bought Warhammer about 5 years ago. But it's something that my buddy was trying to get me into for a long time. That would be this guy right here, Tim. He's been trying to get me into Warhammer for a very, very long time. And, you know, it took quite a bit of priming. But I ended up committing to it, and I said, no, okay, sure. I'll go for an army. And he told me to take a look at the armies that are available, and I figured, Tau looked kind of techy, so I might as well go with Tau. And I bought it. I waited a couple of weeks, then I opened it up, started assembling it, and I did like all sorts of mistakes, like put like 5 different guns on a single model, put parts from 2 different units into one. It just sucks. Ended up having to like rip off and reglue a lot of stuff when I actually started taking this more seriously. But I assembled some of them, and I put it in a box, and it's been sitting in the box for about 4.5 years. It's just something that it's just something that you really have to kind of get inspired to get into, and this happened to me maybe only about less than a year ago, I have to say. I noticed that there's no video games that are actually getting me interested to buy them. There's very few games that were actually getting me interested to actually make a purchase. So I figured, well, I mean, there's no games to play, at least none that can interest me. Everybody's doing the battle royale PvP stuff that completely doesn't interest me. And I've been playing the same old games I've bought many years ago. So I figured, let's give it a try. Let's give it a try, and let's try play a game. You have no idea how stoked this guy was. He's like, finally, it's been 5 years, and yeah, we ended up playing a game. I ended up really liking it. It's actually a really interesting game to play. Very quite up my alley. It took me a little while to actually get a little into it, to get a hold of the rules and how to play and all whatnot. But yeah, liked it so much, I ended up buying a second army by myself. No need for convincing or begging. No need to well, there was a little bit of begging, because Tim got really tired of playing against Tau all the time, so he's like, hey, you want to look into another army? But at that point, I was already kind of like, yeah, let's try another army. And I haven't really even discovered like 20% of the Tau potential by that point. Not even close. So I'm still having a lot of fun with the Tau, just because I'm slowly getting to know all there is to it, to the Tau. Oh my goodness, this is torture. There we go. Have you seen Dreadnought yet? Not yet, no. You'd have to put more context. Is that something the Games Workshop announced recently? Can't wait for my detailed brushes tomorrow. Space Marines Dreadnought. I don't really follow too much of the Space Marines. Like, there's so many armies to follow that I'm just kind of like, I got my Tau. I've yet to really get to know these guys before diving into other races. Okay. Nice. Okay, now for the rest of the body, Blood Angels. Not Blood Angels. As I said, at this point, if you know about those armies, you'll know more than I do, because I only know Tau, and I'm about to start finding out about, Adeptus Mechanicus, and that's about it. For these sort of questions, Tim would be perfect for you, because he knows like everything there is to know about these guys. I think I just dropped something on the floor. Did I? Yes, I did. It's a little custom designed turret for the marker lights. Okay, here we go. So, the first time I made a mistake of making the pants black, completely black. Terrible, terrible mistake. Black looks terrible. I need to make it a much brighter color. And the rest of the pants, I think, should be a contrasting color. So I'm pretty sure they'd have to be like a bluish, very desaturated blue color. And I'm out of blue. Okay. Now. Where's my blue? I think it's somewhere over there. This is where I really need to build that paint shelf. I just need to 3D print some parts and clamps, and I can get the paint shelf up and running. Dreadnoughts don't look that scary at a distance. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. That sounds interesting. Oh, here we go. It's right here. I know that Death Guard and what's that army that starts with a T or has a T in it? The Hulkbuster. I think I've seen screenshots. Tyranids. Tyranids are pretty terrifying. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here. Actually, it's very similar to that color, but that's all dried up as well. I'm gonna have to start cleaning this thing. I'm gonna drop it right there, I think. I'm doing a lot of designs, like custom designs for my units, just to give them a little bit of personal touch. It is the enemies you fight in Deathwing. Deathwing being campaign. This is the soundtrack I wrote today. Okay, so the color is definitely brighter. Totally different chapter. I see. Tell me, how can you define a chapter to be totally different? Because the rule book, the lore in the rule book is like freaking 300 pages long. So I have yet to bite into that guy. But could you just educate me for a moment? It's hard to explain. I would imagine 400 pages. Okay. We're gonna need to get some black. That is super dried out. I might be able to salvage it. So, Tim has, and these are the armies that I played against. So Tim has Death Guard, he has Orcs, and Tyranids, and he has, I think, another army. I keep forgetting all the units he has, but he always has something to surprise me with. Okay, that is a pretty good color. It is a pretty good color, but I'm thinking if I can maybe add something to it. Let's try something out. Let me get that over there. And we are going to get this pale... Oh, that's gold. Never mind. I don't want gold. Ooh, no. This one. The armor in Deathwing got called Terminators. I see. Okay, we're getting like a greenish color right now. We could try it out. Space Marines will fight even though they are missing a limb. That sounds familiar. So, green contrast red, blue contrast orange. But I'm looking at green and red right now. I don't know if I'm really feeling it. Basically, they'll fight to the death. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Who has the reanimation protocol? That's super annoying. Aren't Tau also yellow? Well, yes, if you want to stick to the standard convention. But they're more like yellow ochre, which is... they're not quite yellow, they're more like yellow ochre, like an earthy yellow. Which is... oh my goodness. I'm sure that I have it somewhere in here. Oh, okay. I had it somewhere in here. I don't remember what it was. Anyways, yeah, they are a lot more... they're a lot more of an earthy yellow, like that one combined with a bit of brown. Actually, I think I can simulate it. It's okay if I link a picture of Dreadnought. I am using an application that combines all of the chats from YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer and whatnot into one single place. I don't know if it scrubs links. So you feel free to post one, but I don't think I'll be able to see it. Okay, so... Tau... it's kind of like a darker version of this color. There we go. This is basically the color of Tau. It's like a very earthy tone. Now, the colors in my unit are very pragmatic, so to speak. The colors in my unit are very purposeful to tell me which unit they belong to, basically. Because I am so tired organizing these things into, into categories, into units, and then totally forgetting which one belongs where, and then having to pull it all together and organize it again. So, that color is not too bad, actually, I think. Although, in terms of the color scheme, I'm going for the more cel-shaded, cel-shaded Borderlands Hyperion sort of style. Like this. This is more of what I'm going for. Alright. So... okay, so I know the yellow looks kind of nice. The green, not so much. But I do want to try and do the blue one and see what that looks like. So we are going to rotate out the back. We are going to try and paint this in this grayish blue color. And I think we have a winner. It's a very cold blue and a warm red. They just seem to kind of work with one another. Okay, the yellow's mixing with the blue, it's making it green. I don't... whoops, okay. Dip that in the wrong paint. I'm gonna actually add some water to this one. Preserve it. Yeah, so if you've already posted that picture, I cannot see it. And this computer is barely managing to live stream this. How's the live stream? Is it choppy by any chance? I hope it's not. But if it's choppy, if I open up a web page, then it's just gonna go to hell in a basket. It's fine. Okay, well, thank you for the feedback. Speaking of which, how did you by any chance find this live stream? It would be very nice for analytics and seeing if I can expose the stream to the appropriate audiences. Because I have it listed in the VR chat, just because the restreaming program doesn't have a category for general. It just has a VR chat. See? I mean, if I put myself into Paint... I mean, unless, did you Google or did you maybe put in a search, Warhammer, for the search term? Or was it just like a passing thing? Put it in art. I will, as soon as the Restream platform gets a... Actually, I think they do have a art category, so maybe with the next stream I'll be able to do that. Last time I put something in art, I didn't get any viewers, so, you know. Either I'd be a good boy and stick to the rules and basically sit there by myself. Or, you know, break a few rules, but find some nice people to talk to. Like, what are the chances that you would be searching through the VR chat and just so happen to find a Warhammer painting live stream? And tell me honestly, the thumbnail looks different, right? Because this is one of the main things that seems to catch people's attention. The thumbnail being totally different. I had that happen when I was in the programming section, but I was working on programming physical hardware, which means that I don't have a screen that shows the computer with the software, with a programming environment, but it actually shows like a face cam of me soldering and putting wires together and, you know, working with LEDs and electronics. And because the thumbnail looked different, people dropped in. It's like, hey, what are you doing, right? And I took a look at my live stream, and it literally looked like my live stream stands out from the rest because of the thumbnail. It was still in the right category, but that thumbnail was just, you know, bringing people in. So the same thing is happening here. Now, yes, I'd have to break a few rules for that to happen. There's a risk, there's a reward, but there's a risk. So yes. And considering we haven't really put any money into marketing, at which point I don't have to, you know, rely on these little misnomers. These little shenanigans. I'm kind of trying to passively attract people. Oh yeah, you didn't say the points. How many points do you have for the armies? Unless you did, and maybe the message didn't get delivered to me. In which case, my apologies. Okay, that's going to be tricky. I don't play the game you're talking about. Oh. Wait, you don't play Warhammer? That is what we've been talking about all this time, right? Maybe I'm losing my mind. I do play Warhammer the tabletop. What game are you talking about then? I'm sorry if I'm not getting you. There's a board game, yes, and then there's PC games. So I haven't played any PC games, so I'm exclusively board game. Okay, cool. I play the first play and third player version. Huh. I see. All right. Okay, that's not too bad, I think. Obviously, we're going to get the paint to dry out a little bit, but that's not too shabby. Yeah, I haven't really played any of the Warhammer games. Actually, no, the hands are going to be different color. So let me actually clean that up a bit. He's a little bit debased because of the old glue. That's not fun. Okay, now for the weapon, for the gun. We're gonna go with a cold blue right there. Mm-hmm. What kind of games do you play? Oops, I do not want to paint over that. Space Marine Dreadnought. Ooh, I see the link. But if I'm going to open it, my stream's going to chug. So I'm going to save it for later. Unless, hold on, I can open it on my phone. I want to see this. Okay, let's see. Is it going to work? I can see the audio. I mean, I can see the audio. I can hear the audio. Okay. Can I scroll back into the past? I cannot. Okay, so I opened the app after you posted the link, so I can't even see it. If you can post that again, I'd really appreciate it. Keep my phone screen on. There we go. Alright, that was the weapon that I'm working on right now. Oh, okay, here we go. I see it. Space Marine Dreadnought. Oh yeah, I've seen pictures of this. Yeah. This thing looks like a fucking the Hulkbuster. Absolutely, that's like a perfect way to describe it. Oh god, it's like 3 refrigerators with legs. That is, yeah, that's it's pretty good. Okay, so you only play the video game version. You don't play the tabletop, is it? Okay. Excuse me, I'm just gonna make sure the music actually loops. Okay. So. I do need to paint this in white. It's like a prime layer before I can go ahead. Whoops. Yes, I don't play the tabletop version. I see. Okay, very well. Do you know about the point system? The tabletop version, I know you don't play it. The way you play against, let's say, your friend, what you basically say is you decide we're gonna play a 2,000 points game. So basically, this little unit is a Pathfinder. So he comes in a Pathfinder unit, which can have, I think, 3 to 5 units. Well, technically, not 3 to 5. I totally grabbed it by the part I just painted, so that's smart. Okay, so a Pathfinder 107. Okay, Pathfinder. So contains 5 Pathfinders. It can include up to 5 more. And so a Pathfinder team of 5 units is worth a certain amount of points. Their weapons are worth a certain amount of points, like different weapon types. Here's a rail rifle, which is a pretty interesting weapon. I'm actually painting one right now, and the weapon is worth a certain amount of points. Any additions are worth a certain amount of points. Stratagems and special perks are worth a certain amount of points. And then you basically say, I'm going to take this, that, and that, and maybe a couple of those, right? And you basically spend your 2,000 points on assembling your army, whatever you think is appropriate. You both come in with 2,000 points, so points-wise it's nice and even. And yeah, you play the game. Space Marines have the heavy flamer. We have flamers as well. I don't know if they're heavy flamers. But they are, I think, good for close-ish combat, or if somebody's about to get into close combat. Especially for Tau, because Tau suck at close combat. Okay, so this is going to be orange, and I'm fresh out of orange. Okay. Tau suck ass in general. I mean, they kind of have a lot of stuff that got nerfed. And a lot of people say they suck just because they absolutely hate the amount of firepower we get. But yeah, once you get into close combat, Tau are pretty much fucked. Okay. So, what are we doing? What are we doing? Didn't Tau actually win a recent tournament? The Gene Stealers. Who do they belong to? Are they Xenos? That still has white on it, so I should really avoid painting that area. I've actually been able to wipe out almost the entire army of Tyranids that Tim brought over to play. I mean, I still lost the fight, but that's because I didn't use any stratagems, I didn't use Marker Light, no special abilities, I didn't even, like, know how to play the game. Or play the army to the fullest. You seem to know a lot. Yeah, you seem to know a lot about the lore and the armies. Impressive. And you say you're kind of new to it, you liar. Huh. Learned it off my brother. Older, younger? How heavy is he into the game? Is he also only playing the PC version? Or the PC games? Or is he also playing the tabletop? I should look into getting some neon lights. Or neon colors, I should say. I don't really know. I see. Hmm. Okay, that is really, really thick. Probably gonna lose a lot of detail if I keep that up. Okay. I think one of these guys can be set up with a nice blue color. Either that or silver. Hmm. Silver? Maybe. Hmm. Yeah, let me see what that would look like with silver. That is thoroughly dried up. Actually, it's not quite there yet. If I let it dry a little bit longer, it'll come off like a single solid piece. Right now, I kind of screwed myself. Now it's gonna be all dirty. Okay. Not too much. It's probably gonna dry out anyways. Whoops, there goes that. Tyranids specialized in close-range combat. Yep. I found that out the hard way last time when Tim brought Tyranids. That was fun. They're the ones who get the... if you don't kill off the entire squad, they start reanimating at the end of the turn. I think. So I have to like focus all my fire onto a single unit to get rid of them. Broodlords. Yeah, I think that should actually be yellow. A nice yellow color on all of that mid-range red. Like the silver doesn't really sell me on it too much. Not really. Also, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna wipe this off. Because the white and the orange mixed together and made this like baby ass pink. Do you think the Doombug guy can survive in the Warhammer universe? Yeah. I think he might have might be okay. Okay, I'm gonna leave that to dry out. Actually, no. I'm gonna cover that in white again. And this time, I'm not gonna touch it until it fully dries out. Okay. Although now that I'm looking at it, when I first started Deathwing, I killed the Broodlord. Is this the strategy RTS game, or is this the... Is this like the... Sort of like a Star Wars Battlefront 2 type of deal, where you have two opposing armies and you just rapidly switch between units? If you die, you just immediately get back into the game with a different unit, but it costs the team a point. Okay, let's do the helmet for now. New. Okay, what kind of game is it? Okay, first-person shooter. I see. What do you think of Vermintide? Warhammer is such a ginormous franchise. Tabletop, books, games. Think there's ever going to be a movie? Vermintide? That's Warhammer Vermintide. It's a game. There's two games now. Space Marines have the longest lore. Yeah, they also have the largest amount of surrogate armies. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think I can live with this. What army do you think is the weakest? I would not be able to tell you. I would have to know what all the armies are in order to be able to tell you that. Okay, I want to say I'm kind of indifferent to the silver in the back, but at the same time, it's kind of looking interesting. Huh. Tyranids or Tau? Is that a choice between which one's the weakest, or is that a choice between which one would I prefer? Still in VR chat. Yeah, the program I used to restream doesn't actually allow me to pick a general chat or just chatting category. I could try art, but even if I go and check, even if I go and change, it's not going to change until I restart the stream. And I'm recording, so I don't want to break the video in half. Weakness. I don't think the Tau are weak, because somebody won a major tournament using Tau recently, which everybody got super pissed about. Not that I'm an expert in what exactly happened there, but I mean that puts some pretty good rep for us. There we go. No, I'm using a Restream. Okay, if I want to paint that yellow, I have to paint it white first. Because yellow on red is going to look orange. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fuck. The goddamn compressor. It's leaking air, and once in a while it will kick in. Do you know how freaking... Do you know how scary it is during night? I literally wake up and I'm thinking my freaking room is haunted. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. It's not fun. Tyranids are no joke. Yeah, I've dealt with Tyranids to know that. They are not fun. They're not a jolly bunch. I don't know what I'm gonna paint the belt with. Not too bad. I can't tell if orcs are weak or strong. Tim brought orcs for our very first game. They have a lot of firepower. Just because they're so large in numbers. Because they're large in numbers, they got a lot of shots. Space Marines and their dreadnoughts. I mean, I've yet to play against Space Marines, so I don't know how tough dreadnoughts are. To be honest, I mean, I'm pretty sure a couple of Riptides can deal with a dreadnought. No problem, but, you know, I'm just talking out of my ass right now. You know who are really, really, really annoying? Blight haulers. Blight haulers. I freaking hate blight haulers and their disgustingly resilient. Oh, absolutely hate blight haulers. Oof, look it up. Google Warhammer blight hauler. Oh, they are annoying. Dude, they are freaking annoying to deal with. If they fail a save, they have this ability called Disgustingly Resilient, where they can re-roll a save and see if they can survive the wound. It's so annoying, man. It's so freaking annoying. Okay, you know what? I'm thinking maybe for this one, I should go yellow instead of orange. Yellow is so much more vibrant. Like that. Not blood. What? It's blight hauler. Like you know in Dark Souls, Blight Town, blight hauler. They are gnarly. And I even went ahead and 3D printed a whole bunch for Tim. Talk about shooting yourself in the foot there. That Apocalypse game I told you about earlier, I've actually spent in that Apocalypse game quite an amount of time literally focusing all of my firepower onto them, trying to get them destroyed. not fun, I tell you. How do you spell it? BLIGHT hauler. Like you haul something to your house, like, you know, pulling. Blight hauler. I know, right? That's what I said when I saw it the first time. What faction they belong to? I'm pretty sure they're for Death Guard. I think. Let me check. Okay. Blighthauler faction. Mythic Blighthauler. Oh yeah. Mythic Blighthauler. Death Guard. Yeah, they belong to Death Guard. So yeah, their ability, well, pretty much almost many of the Death Guard's units have the disgustingly resilient ability. So if you manage to land a hit and also manage to land a wound, if they fail the saving throw to see if their armor saves them from the wound, they can use the disgustingly resilient ability and essentially try to re-roll the save. Just like that, just as if it's nothing happened. Phenomenally annoying. I would spend an entire turn just targeting one single unit of Blighthauler. But, they explode. Which means that if I manage to actually destroy one while it is near Tim's army, all the surrounding units will actually take damage as well. Which is the downside of using them. Which is why as soon as he puts them on the table, he tries to move them the fuck away from his army. Just because I'm going to start shooting at them. I'm going to start shooting them. And if they explode while within 6 inches of the army, like many of the units that have only one wound, yep. That has happened to me once with the Piranha. The Piranha also explodes. So if it gets destroyed, if it reaches 0 wounds, you have to roll a d6 to see if it explodes. And if you roll a 6, it explodes. And anything within 6 inches is fucked. Like this guy only has 1 wound. Yeah. It's quite a mechanic. Okay, I might have to do this part in white. Okay. Interesting. Okay, I need to fix up a little bit here. There we go. Okay, not bad. Now. I feel like the grenades would have to be something vivid, something that I would be able to see, which kind of makes me think maybe silver would actually work great for these. I gotta get more metals, like instead of just silver, some bronze maybe. Definitely come in helpful. Especially maybe after the silver, I'll do a wash. Oh, just sent me a link, and I won't be able to actually open it because my Twitch app was not running. Okay, that's the Terminator armor. I see. Hold on, give me a sec. Here. 1 sec. No. And... okay, here. Try to send it again. Yeah, I think that little thing right there is gonna be... huh. Okay, here we go. I don't know if that's it. Yeah, it just keeps opening the bad page. And I'm thinking, yes, I think this little thing... although... I don't know. Here's the thing. That little dot right there is supposed to be in this color. Just like that. I do not know which color I'm gonna make the belt. Absolutely no idea. Okay, so for that little fix-up that I said I was going to do, that was me gonna paint the white into the little crevice by the front of the weapon. Technically, this song is supposed to have two choruses and 2 verses, but unfortunately it's only a single chorus and verse because it's looping in the game. Okay, I have the app open so you can try. Okay. That looks almost identical. Hold on. It's doing something. There we go. Yep, no. Page not found. Actually, yeah, that should be fine. Now I'm thinking the grenades I might actually paint either orange Yeah, I don't think the silver works very well for the grenades. Let's prime them. All right. So much time just for one unit, eh? Okay. Underneath the gun would need to have some space there. You know, if the link you're posting is actually working on your end, it could be the Twitch scrubber, because all of these links actually go through Twitch. As far as I know. So it could be the Twitch is screwing up the link. Ooh, okay, that is way too much. Way too much. Too diluted. Definitely gonna have to do a second pass on that one. I won't be able to paint it in one go anymore. Okay, so Pathfinders are distinct by their elongated helmets, which means that I can just simply paint the antenna into some sort of a bright color. And I'll be able to simply say, okay, it's a Pathfinder and it belongs to Squad 1 because of the color of its antenna. At least that's what I'm thinking I could do. Okay, so this will tell me which squad this particular Pathfinder actually belongs to. can't wait for my detail brushes to come in tomorrow. These ones are quite used and quite bad. Nice. The grenades are still drying up. Alright, now I think after this little detail, I'm gonna call it in. It's already like a 2-hour live stream. I was planning on only making an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I do not want to get burnout from these live streams and end up taking like a long ass hiatus. Best thing for that is to take it easy, take it slowly, and not overdo it. There we go. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna involve some airbrushing here. And the only thing that's really left is the gun itself, the rifle. But besides that, you know, the rifle and the hands, and the grenade and the belt. I think that should be okay. Alright, that is it for today. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks everybody for the company. Thanks for dropping in. We will continue this in the next live stream. Yeah, we got lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff to do here and with the Adeptus Mechanicus, so yeah, we got a lot of work to do. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh yes, and check out retroactivegamers.com. I have to start making these plugs correctly at the end. Check out retroactivegamers.com for retroactive content, Tim and Milo playing games, horror games, co-op games, mostly a lot of shenanigans going on there. Go check it out. There's a couple of mini games on the website as well. Anyways, thanks everybody for dropping in, and we'll see you guys in the next one.